Hi, I'm James Cox. I'm 20 years old and I am in a couple of different bands, one of which is Nothing Fancy and the other is Pioneer. And I play bass and guitar and a little bit of French harp. I started playing music when I was about 9 or 10. Our family actually had a bluegrass group called Clearwater Branch. We toured around the local churches and things. When our mom was growing up, she always sang and played guitar in her church. And then when she was raising us, she just kind of brought music along into our lives. We all really liked it. The first instrument I learned how to play was bass guitar. I got one for Christmas the year I turned 8. Really, since the family band, I've known that this is what I wanted to do with my life. But just really enjoyed getting out in front of people and beating on an old axe, you know. I got really serious when I was about 14. My brother Nathan wanted to start a rock and roll band, and I hadn't really ever listened to that. So I started getting into it with bands like Nirvana and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that was where it really got fun for me. My favorite kind of music is mostly the old 60s rock and roll and blues rock, psychedelic, things like that. This is one of the first records that really got me into the Beatles. And when I was first getting into them, I was playing a lot of bluegrass with the family band. And I found that this album in particular has a lot of almost bluegrass and country sounds to it, so it appealed to me more than the rest of them. This album, Mr. Tambourine Man by the Byrds, this has brought some crazy notions to the music world, in my opinion. It's mostly Bob Dylan songs, so they have a lot of country feel to them, but it's all played on a jangly 12-string Rickenbacker guitar with some smoked out Roger McGuinn vocals that sound terrible. I love it. And last but not least, we have Disraeli Gears by Cream. This album really made me think about doing a lot of improvisational stuff in music. The reason I bought my first guitar was listening to Eric Clapton play on this album. I still can't play any of this stuff, but that's why I bought the guitar. I really got into guitar after our first rock band, Indecisive, kind of fizzled off, because then our brother who played guitar moved away and we didn't really have a guitar player. It's hard to hear chords and stuff when you're just playing bass, so I just started picking it up and eventually learned a little bit on it. I'm in 2 current bands. One is Nothing Fancy, which is a bluegrass band, and the other one is Pioneer, which is a rock band. My plans for Pioneer are to conquer the world. We're gonna change how people look at music. Well, that started with my brother John. Me and him started playing that old 60s rock and roll stuff together and really liked it. And then we needed a third member and along came Jose. A couple of the first songs I wrote were really inspired by the Beatles, like She's Waiting and Passing Glance. But then another song I wrote, Me and Mr. Cactus, that was inspired. I was driving a friend's car to South Carolina and there was a Christmas cactus sitting in the passenger seat, and I don't know, I just got bored and started writing a song about me and Mr. Cactus, how we were going to the moon. It'd be nice to earn money from playing. It's easy to see how that might not be possible, but I always want the music to be the main goal. It's much more important to write and play music that you actually enjoy than just do what the masses want to hear. The band I play in, Pioneer, we've just really started growing this year, and we're putting out music every month, an extra song every month. So if you want to go check us out, we hope you enjoy what we're doing. I would like to keep playing music until the day they put me in the ground. Maybe a couple days, stop a couple days before that.